welcome to the stream. I am very happy to be here. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. If you are new, if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment and tell me where you're watching me from. Do you enjoy our streams? If you do enjoy our streams, welcome to our channels. I'm very happy to be here. Let us continue reading. And as I said that in every video of mine, I'll start by sharing my sincere condolence to all the families that lost their children in Gilgil, Utumishi. I want to wish them all the best. I know it's a tough time. Any questions up to there? Let us continue reading. And if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe and comment. And yesterday, I never showed up. It's around 4 a.m. Kenyan time. And if you're new to this channel, welcome to those who are watching me at home. Camera one, welcome to our streams, and tell me where you're watching me from. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe. Welcome to the Chariots of Fire, that is Camera 2. I said we are streaming both, both channels at the same time, because as I said that I want, both my audiences at, the Chariots of Fire and at the World of Our Own to enjoy the same service, to enjoy the same. I wouldn't want, as this, I don't want some subscribers to get, like for example, I don't want the subscribers of one channel to get different service. I want all of them to receive the same quality, instantly, all of them. And very happy to be here this wonderful morning. It is 29th of May 2026. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And welcome for those who are watching me from the Chariots of Fire. Welcome. And let's continue reading. You can ask me your questions yes, kindly. I can see you're called Tyvex. Kindly please subscribe. Did you subscribe? Yes, you're new to YouTube. It's okay, no problem. Subscribe. Did you subscribe? Please kindly subscribe. Even people from who are watching me at the World of Our Own, please subscribe to our channel. All of this channel, and I have 2 channels. You can subscribe in this channel called the Chariots of Fire. Also go to the same search for my name, Raymond Mutuku, and you'll see 2 channels being streaming at the same time. That is the Chariots of Fire and the World of Our Own. And also subscribe in the World of Our Own. I want both channels to grow at the same time. Have you understood? Thank you so much. I really appreciated. And I can see Mr. Moose. If I would have dinner, who would it be? Oh, that's a very good question. Depending on the country, that's okay. My good friend Tyvex, please kindly search for the channel World of Our Own, and also subscribe to the channel. All right. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and be part of our growth. And I really appreciate you guys for those who are subscribing. You're the reason why these channels are growing. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? Let us continue reading. And if you have any questions, I wouldn't know. That's a question, Mr. Moose. I wouldn't know. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Honestly, I don't know. I would say myself. Of course, if you, and you know something, and don't say I'm a narcissist. Don't say that I love myself too much. No, let me tell you something. Somebody told me that if you see a good idea, you know, if you see Thank you so much. Also, go to my channel, World of Our Own, and you'll find it. And also, well, I'm streaming two channels at the same time, two at the same time. So if you ask me who's my favorite YouTuber, I'd say me, because I don't think there are many people who do that. That is also very technical. It's a very technical stuff. It might look easy, but it's very technical. It's technical stuff, but I'm just making it look easy. So that question, and I'm not saying it in a uh, okay, yes, kindly, okay, go and search for my channel, that is World of Our Own, and you can also subscribe to that channel. So let us continue reading. Oh, welcome, welcome. I can see somebody called They Give for Everything, Landed for Everything. Welcome to this channel. I love visitors. Did you subscribe to the channel? Kindly subscribe to the channel and help us to grow. Kindly, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Kindly, I would really appreciate. I wouldn't want you to leave if you did not subscribe. You know, I want you to be so that whenever we come up with something new, you'll be the first one to know. All right. I wouldn't want you to miss out on anything. All right. That is why I want us to share ideas. This channel is not about politics. It's about sharing ideas. It's about moving forward. And one thing, and I'm very happy to say this, is that the technology city is just coming, is just will be activated very soon, and it is just a few kilometers from here. So I'm very happy because now this we are advancing technologically, but also we're also reading, but also we'll be designing new stuff. It's all about innovation, creating ideas. Because I think, and if you ask me genuinely, the way forward for the young people of this country is innovation. And one of the things that I am really very excited about, and I want to share it to these channels, is that the technology city will be the first economy in Kenya, in this county, that will be 24 hours. People will be programming 24 hours. People will be creating new products 24 hours. So for those who are interested, start yourself, for the technology city, because we'll be designing, we'll be making microchips. You know, I think there's the only county that will be making microchips is Machakos County here at the technology city. Welcome. I can see somebody called Faith. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to the Chariots of Fire. Did you subscribe? Kindly subscribe to the channel. Did you subscribe? We are live in both my channels. I'm live. We are live in the Chariots of Fire. That is camera 2. We're also live here in the World of Our Own. It's such an amazing time. So as I was saying, the technology city, or the Konza Technopolis, will come. It will be a forum. Let me put it that way. And a 24-hour economy of like-minded individuals. They will all assemble in one place, designing products. All these softwares will be designing the softwares. It will be a wonderful place. It's the first of its kind in Africa, and it will be it's a city where 10,000 people will live in. You can imagine 10,000 computer scientists in one place. You know, that is an, for those who just who are not aware, and let me put it this way, that is, you can imagine, that is more than 500 billion in one place. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a huge investment. And soon, for those, this is just I want you guys to be prepared to harness. It would be a shame if people come from outside the country. We have our own technology city, but we are depending on foreigners. It would be a shame. I think it would be a shame. Yeah, if you ask me genuinely, I think it's a call to the young people of this country to prepare themselves mentally, because once the technology city is live, we have to measure up to what is needed. We have to qualify. You see, one of the things like I was saying is that once the technology city will be up, it will attract the best brains in the country, and it will be a wonderful experience. I can tell you for free, and you can imagine, and it will be a shame, because you can imagine you have a technology city, but we are just semi-skilled. I think it would be a shame. So as I was saying, and I think it's a call to the young men and to the young women of this country. For those who have been saying that they are underused or underutilized, your chance is coming. Your chance is coming, and it will come in the technology city. And I'm sure in the next 2 to 3 years, we will start manufacturing of microchips. We'll start manufacturing all these things. We'll be the first in the continent to do that. So I want you guys, while you are planning, I want you to put that into perspective, because there are so many wonderful things just around the corner. Any questions up to there? Let's continue reading. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And we have been here, and we'll continue reading. And just to remind you guys, I also want to send my sincere condolence to all the families of the parents of the children, who perished in this place called Gilgil in Utumishi Academy. Any questions up to there? Let's continue reading. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So I want us to prepare ourselves mentally to harness, what is. Just think, let's think about the opportunity that will present ourselves. And one thing that I always tell people is that these opportunities that will come in the concert technopolis will want people who are ready. So I don't know whether I'm communicating with somebody. This technology city will come demanding stuff, like it will demand, uh, uh, you know, skilled resource, innovative resource, people who are thinking outside the box. It will be a wonderful people who are thinking about startups. All these startups. And I want to tell you something: the importance of a Silicon Valley. All these software companies, including YouTube, that we are using today, was developed, and these are young men who developed the application and started looking for investors. So, ladies and gentlemen, the technology city will also be a hub of investors. You'll have this wonderful idea, and you will have what we call venture capitalists who will be there on standby to get your idea, maybe buy stake in your company. All these investment bankers. It's not just a question of people who are interested in computer science. Also, this is an investment. So we will be attracting investment bankers. Investment bankers will want to hear your idea. You can pitch your idea to them, and maybe you'll find something called private equity. All these guys will be there. People who have a lot of experience in supporting, uh, you know, in supporting young businesses. All right. So it will be a very interesting period in the history of our country. Do you know why? Because now, for the first time, the youth will now get money. Now the youth, all these guys were software engineers. Somebody who was broke last year. You go and pitch your idea in all this in the venture. These guys were giving capital. So you'll see there will be a lot of spark. There'll be a lot of there will be a lot of activity. Number two, in terms of finance, we're talking about a new finance. You see things like cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency will now make its way in our country. It has not really gained, it has not taken root. But you see, now we'll have a technology city, and currency depends on technology and innovation, and also it will spur, the finances. It will spur a lot of growth. We are talking about fintech. Once we have the infrastructure on the ground, that is called fintech. Once we have the infrastructure on the ground, what is important is first to get the infrastructure. Once we get the infrastructure on the ground, you'll be very surprised that Kenya will now become a financial hub. It will now start promoting businesses that now if you have a business, you now have to marry it with technology, and it's gonna be great. So in the next 2 years, 3 years, I'm sure that if those who are expectant of, and those who are looking forward to the technology city, there's a lot that will happen, because in fact, don't it's one of its kind in Africa. You can imagine the kind of investments and the kind of ideas, the kind of people will be expecting. It's such an amazing time. And ladies and gentlemen, uh, if you're not excited about the technology city, I am excited about it. And for those who at least have nothing to look forward to, I can assure you, maybe look forward to the. If you love challenges, if you love adventure, if you love meeting people who have ideas and who want to change, maybe people who like who like tech, stuff. If you like technology and merging technology and stuff, this is the place. And you can see that if you have been watching the news, you realize that SpaceX will sell its IPO. SpaceX will sell its IPO, and you can imagine it has a market capitalization of 3 trillion shillings. So once SpaceX goes live, or once SpaceX attracts, investment, it will make Elon Musk to cross the $1 trillion mark. You can imagine, and a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But you see, one thing that I like about these individuals is that they're not even really interested in paper money. There's paper money. There's paper money. And I can tell you for free, this is called paper money. This is called paper money. And I can tell you, paper money for free, this is not valuable. This is called paper money. And I can tell you, or in other words, this is called fiat money. And fiat money is not valuable. the issues of inflation, the issues. So here, when you ask me, this is called fiat money. This is called paper money. And paper money is not valuable. What is valuable, ladies and gentlemen, are, are resources. Because, and I'll tell you for free, because if you ask me uh, why paper money is dangerous, you see, and one of the things that I'm very, very excited about is that the technicity, and I want to explain this very, because I don't know whether people understand what we are sitting on. We are actually sitting on a gold mine. Are we together? We are sitting on a gold mine. We are sitting on fortune. We are sitting on a gold mine. So for those who will take advantage of the technology in the next 5 years, and I'll say it for free, for those who will take advantage of the technology city and who are interested to know how it works, who are interested to invest in terms of, there will be a .com bubble in Kenya. The next bubble in Kenya is not even real estate. There was a bubble in Kenya, and that was real estate. You find that property in Runda is going for 400 million. No. Now, the only bubble that, the next financial bubble in Kenya, and I'll tell you for free, the next financial bubble in Kenya that will drive prices very high is technology. And it will come through Konza Technology City. So, for example, like in 1980, nobody really was interested in Karen, or nobody was interested in Runda, or nobody was interested in Loresho, or all these places. But there was a bubble that brought about, that changed the prices of property. So the next big thing that is going to happen, and if you ask me genuinely, I'll tell you, is technology. Technology is going to blow up. Things are going to blow up. And for those who, because number one, it will become our biggest export. All right, it's going to become our biggest export. Like, if right now, if you ask me, uh, and thank you for those who are watching. Right now, there are people who are watching me from other places other than Kenya, in both of my channels. That is in Chariots of Fire and in World of Our Own. There are people who are watching me far and wide. What are we doing? We're exporting. We're exporting. We're exporting our. These are called knowledge. This is called intellectual property. We are exporting. So, in the next few years, if you look at it from that perspective, in the next 2 or 3 years, knowledge will become, or knowledge goods or knowledge products will become our biggest export. Because if you're watching me from another country, it means that I am exporting knowledge to you, right? Yeah, because you're in a different country and I'm in a different country. So since we're having a technology city just a few kilometers from here, it will mean, or it means, for those who want me to break down the numbers for you, it means that we will be the biggest exporters of knowledge in other places also. So for the first time, Kenyans will now, it will be a gateway. Any questions after there? Any questions after there? I'm very happy. Let's continue reading. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Do you enjoy our streams? I'll be here for up to another, and in both of my channels. So also know that it's like something called data lakes. Data lake, if you love all about computers, we'll have data lakes in the technology city. We'll have data acres in the technology city. we'll have so much going on, and you can imagine, it's such an exciting time. And even right now, getting land there, okay, for those who, you see, and I was telling this to a friend, that those people who are selling the technology city were, number one, interested in just selling the land. I know some people who sold land in Malili. It was a craze, it was a bubble, like somebody would sell land, for 100 million, and that was not a big deal, okay, because it was a bubble. Getting land there in the technology city, 50 million, you wouldn't even get a big piece of land. Why? Because there's a bubble there, driving the prices up, you know and one of the things that even those guys who were selling the land, one of the biggest mess, it was a big mess. In fact, they messed. They were just selling the land. I know somebody who sold land for 600 million. They got a commission of close to 100 million. Those are just land dealers. But you see what will happen there. What will happen there? The companies that will come there, those are the companies that will bring the money. And the companies that will come and now employ Kenyans and offer, you can imagine, once you come up with an idea, even if it's virtual, even if it's a virtual idea, but you've come up with a virtual idea to employ 100 Kenyans, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. All these jobs that Kenyans are getting, they're working virtually. I hear there's a company in Juja, here in Kiambu. It has employed 6 in one building. And that is the kind of model that will now work in the technology city. That's something that I've seen. Like in one building, one company in the US will just take an entire building, employ Kenyans who will work virtually. And that is exactly how all these buildings will be occupied very quickly. Because these international companies, they look for cheap labor in Kenya, and they will do what? They will just take an entire building, and even people who are brokers. There'll be a lot of brokers, international brokers. There'll be a lot of activities. They will take an entire building, organize for local labor, train them, and companies that are outside the country will now employ Kenyans, like for the way they're doing in Juja, in Kenya. They have taken an entire building and employed what Kenyans to work virtually, even if it's just answering survey or data entry, such things. You see all these companies that are there, it is Kenyans that do the input of data, because there's a lot of data to be converted from paper document to the database. So all these jobs that are data input or inquire or require hours but small wages, all these are done by Africans. So for those who wanted to know exactly what will happen in the Konza Technology City, I've answered you. All this data entry, there'll be a lot of skilled labor force, and a lot of work will go there. Number two, it will be an entire economy on its own. You can imagine more than 100 billion circulating in one area. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That is not like selling cabbage. No. That's a lot of money. Moving from or having a lot of people. Number three, Kenyans, banking. Let me tell you something. The people who will go, one of the things that will happen, and let me predict, you can imagine a skilled labor force of 10,000 people in one place. What will happen next? See, they will have a circle. Kenyans, a circle or a cooperative. Yes. So when you're talking about Konza Technology City, you talk about Konza Bank. A bank will come out. So the people who will take advantage of that particular opportunity, and all these people are bankable. All these people will have money, and all these people need a convenient bank. So many circles will come up, so many transport circles will come up, a lot of things. So many land buying companies will come up. You can imagine a pool of investors in one place, and everybody is earning a lot of money. Number three, I'm just giving you an example. I want to paint a picture of what will happen in the near foreseeable future. These mega churches, yeah? Now let me answer you. For those who are who are involved in building a church, who are involved in business of church, let me tell you, they're fast. And if you are very smart, and if you are very smart, if you are a man of God and you want to build a mega church, all these mega churches, the first mega church that will happen in Machakos, and I did my mathematics correctly. If I've done my mathematics correctly, in the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, it will be in Konza Technology City, not in Machakos Town. So all these mega churches, that is the direction. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about, you can imagine 10,000 people living somewhere. Do you think all these people will come to Machakos Town to church? No. So it means a mega church will be built there. Mega. So if you're talking about a church with 5,000 people in a sitting, like that one Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, for those who wanted me to answer you, because they're saying, we are trusting God for a mega church in Machakos Town. And I can tell you, Machakos Town, yes, we have the capacity, but we will be overtaken by Konza Technology. So all these mega churches, and for those who wanted, will only happen in technology, in the technology city. Number four, let me answer you. Today I just want to answer you so that you can understand what is happening. I want you to understand what is going to happen. Number four, the tourism. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Konza Technology City is at the center of where? Of Nairobi, Voi, and Voi is at the center. So these guys will take advantage of, you can actually have a transport company taking all these tourists to the national parks back to Konza. It's strategically located. So you can imagine a lot of activities will be happening, and if you ask me genuinely, I'll tell you, there'll be a lot of business will shift from, most people go where there's money. All right, most people go where there's money. So businesses will go towards Konza Technology City. All right, even supermarkets, those who are selling clothes, those who are doing, you will see very soon, and I'm not lying to you, very very soon. And this is a prophecy. I don't know, maybe you can call it a prophecy. I'm not a prophet, but it's a prophecy. Very soon you will see people deserting Machakos Town, and they will live in Machakos Town, but they will run to Konza Technology. Can I surprise you? Even men of God. Somebody would say, okay, it's very easy for me to preach in Technology City than Nairobi. So there will be a lot of movement here and there. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment, and there will be a lot of that's what I'm saying. There will be a lot of activity, and we need to be ready for it. Any questions up to there? Are you excited? Are you excited? So, for those who are saying, "Oh, it's hype," hype is good. Hype is good. Hype is good. Hype can drive, a company from zero. Hype, just hype only. Hype only. Not even, not that is the kind of, hype is good. So if we're talking about, uh, you know, we're talking about, for example, if there was no hype surrounding Concert Technology City, people would be scared because there's a lot of investment there. So when you tell me it's just this hype, of course it's the hype that will bring in the money. Are we together? Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment. I am very happy to be here. I'll be here until later. I am not in a hurry. Any questions? I'm not in a hurry. Any questions? So, any questions? I'm not going anywhere, so I'll be here until morning hours. We'll be streaming both channels at the same time. And if you're new, kindly subscribe to both of them. It's even best if you subscribe to both World of and and Trader to Fire at the same time. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions up there? Any questions? Any questions? So for those who feel that they said that we never got it right. No, we actually got it right. Any questions? Let me drink some water. Don't go anywhere. Yes. Mm-hmm. Let us continue. Let us continue. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. I just want to relieve myself. I've been here for 2 hours streaming. So, what is the future of streaming? I know some people are asking me that question. I think for the first time, individuals will have an opportunity to, of course, sell their products through streaming. For example, those who are, it's the next frontier. You know, it's the next frontier. Like instead of, for example, if you are selling something, for example, products for those who are, salesmen. The next frontier is actually streaming, because you'll be very surprised. Even people will be selling clothes through streaming. People will be selling luxury products through streaming, like lotion, stuff like skin products through streaming. That is, in the next 2 or 3 years, there will be a lot of activities in this sector. But also, there's the downside of streaming, and for those who need to know, also people who do terrible things also have now understood the power of streaming. You can imagine people who also saw it somewhere in other countries that's already happening. Also, people who, for example, people who practice witchcraft and other things that are not good for public consumption will also take advantage of streaming. And I saw it somewhere. Actually, I saw it in Germany. They're doing funny stuff with stream. You know, in the UK, I also saw it in the UK. And that is the most dangerous part of streaming. And I want to say it today is that those who are acting pornography, and I saw it. In fact, they are corrupting the streaming service. That is the game changer, of course. You can imagine how terrible it would be. You can imagine that is exactly happening in other countries. They're really taking. Streaming has a lot of power. For example, back in the day, people, and I'm not saying this in a good way, but they are also taking advantage of streaming. Like, for example, they're acting those blue movies. They're streaming it now. You can imagine, like you're watching, blue movies. People streaming it. That's what's happening in the world of the internet. So there's a good side and there's a bad side. Of course, there's a good side and there's a bad side. Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. So as I've said, in every technology, of course, there's that side that people will take advantage of, and and try to corrupt, a generation. But I'm sure we'll have the laws to deal with that. Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Did you subscribe to my channel? Did you subscribe? Kindly do subscribe to my channel and help this channel to grow. I love visitors. So please feel free to join us every single hour. I'll be here until for another. Do you want us to go for another hour? Do you want us to go for another hour? Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere. I want us to read and I want us to grow in the word. All right? Any questions? You can ask me your questions in the comment section below. And in fact, we are the only ones who are doing something very interesting. We are now, for the first time, we are streaming in both, Chariots of Fire and World War Room. We are the first ones. And we are streaming the scripture in 2 channels at the same time. Isn't that great? We are the first ones. That is great. If you ask me, genuinely, yes, it's very technical, but it's great. It's great. Any questions? You can ask me your questions while I'm here, and I'll be more than happy to answer you as we continue. Any questions up to there? So as I said, we'll be doing a lot of stuff. So let us continue reading. I'll be here, I know, until 6 something. Today I feel energetic, so we can do this until morning. So, any questions? You can ask me your questions. Do you enjoy our streams? Are you excited? Because I realize that people are. If you're not excited, things usually don't pick. Any questions? Let us continue. Are they ashamed of their detestable conduct? No, they have no shame at all. They do not even know how to blush. So they will fall among the fallen, and they will be brought down when they are punished, says the Lord. I will take away their harvest, declares the Lord. Any questions up there? Feel free to be part and parcel of our streams. And we'll be doing this non-stop, all right? And I hope you're enjoying our channel. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I love being here. And tomorrow, since we missed yesterday, we're going to double up, all right? Yes, if you missed, for example, if you didn't show up yesterday, you're going to do what you did not do yesterday and that day until we find the right balance, all right? Let us continue. I will take away their harvest, declares the Lord. There will be no grapes on the vine. There will be no figs on the tree, and their leaves will wither. What I have given them will be taken from them. Well, why are we sitting here, gathered together? Let us flee to the fortified cities and perish there. For the Lord our God has doomed us to perish. Any questions up to there? Feel free to be part and parcel of our streams. I'm very happy to be here. Do you enjoy our channel? I love being here, and one of the things that keeps me sane is constant reading of the Word. There's nothing better than reading the Word. Reading the Word is like you are decluttering your mind. You are It's like a disinfectant. Maybe your mind has been infected by your environment, or something is going wrong. But once you read the Word, you realize that there's some kind of uh, you know any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Do you enjoy our channels? Aha. Any questions? Any questions up there? Any questions up there? Let us continue reading, and I hope that any questions? Let us continue reading. Welcome to both of my channels. That is, World of Our Own and the Chariots of Fire. Let us continue reading, and I really enjoy reading. Any questions? Do you enjoy our streams? So let's continue reading. And yeah, it is exactly 5 Kenyan time. Let us continue reading. And I hope you guys are happy to be here. I'm also happy to be here. And yeah, you can ask me your questions if you have any question. If you have any genuine question, you can ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Let us continue. There will be no figs on the tree, and their leaves will wither. What I have given them will be taken from them. Why are we sitting here, gathered together? Let us flee to the fortified cities and perish there. For the Lord our God has doomed us to perish and given us poisoned water to drink. Because we have sinned against him, we hoped for peace, but no good has come, for a time of healing, but there is only terror. The snorting of the enemy's horses is heard from Dan. At the neighing of their stallions, the whole land trembles. They have come to devour the land and everything in it, the city and all who live there. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and comment. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and are you excited to read the word? Welcome to welcome to the channel. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Yes, let's continue reading. Uh, you know, are you guys excited? Are you guys excited to read? Are you excited? Mm-hmm. Let us continue reading, and yeah, feel free to be here, and you can ask me your questions as we continue to read. Tunataka power. You know, uh, it's so funny because ODM. Tunataka power. Actually, they are not interested in power. You know, ODM. And it's now very clear that these guys of ODM, they're only interested in, tunataka power, but they're not interested in the presidency. They're up for, I don't know. I don't know. But it will be very interesting to see what will happen, who they will support. It will be very interesting. It will be very interesting to see who they support. See, I will send venomous snakes among you, vipers that cannot be charmed, and they will bite you, declares the Lord. You who are my comforter in sorrow, my heart is faint within me. Listen to the cry of my people from a land far away. Is the Lord not in Zion? Is a king no longer there? Why have they aroused my anger with their images, with their worthless foreign idols? The harvest is past, the summer has ended, and we are not saved. Since my people are crushed, I'm crushed. Any questions up to there? Do you enjoy our streams? If you do enjoy our streams, we'll be here for another 1 hour. So daily, if you're here, we'll be doing 1 hour again, 1 hour again, 1 hour, both channels, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions up there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Any questions? You can ask me your questions while you're here. Any questions? You can ask me your questions while I'm here. And welcome for those who are watching me from camera one. That is You know, both of them work. Hmm. Any questions? Uh-huh. Any questions up there? Feel free to subscribe and comment, and let us continue reading. Hmm. Any questions up there? Any questions up there? Aha. Good. Yes. Yes. We are live in both Chariots of Fire and while we're on, I hope that you are enjoying our streams, and feel free to be part and parcel of our streams every day. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here for the next 1 hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying our streams. Any questions? Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? We're still reading. I'm not going anywhere. So for at the top of the hour, we'll be, we will be maybe taking just a short break, and yeah, we'll continue reading. Are you guys happy to be here? I'm very happy. I've been here for the last 2 hours. I'll do another 1 hour, and then we call it a morning. Remember that if your business is to eat a frog, start eating the frog first thing in the morning. And if your business is to eat 2 frogs, of course you start with the biggest frog. Okay, yeah. So that, but when you say that I'll wait. No, 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 no. Every day something small to be gained every day. All right. It's like it's called what do I call it? You know, experiential capital. You're accumulating capital every day, and it's that experiential capital that will help you. Any questions after that? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And yeah, that's it. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Do you enjoy our channels? Mm-mm. Do you enjoy our channels? Any questions? Yes. Yeah, we're just about to finish. Guess we've just crossed our 1 hour mark. Yes. Any questions up to there? I really enjoyed both, games. I'm very happy to be here, you know. And let's just read until we finish, and then you who are my comforter in sorrow, my heart is faint within me. Listen to the cry of my people from a land far away. Is the Lord not in Zion, in a king no longer there? Why have they aroused my anger with images, with their worthless foreign idols? The harvest is past, the summer has ended, and we are not saved. Since my people are crushed, I'm crushed, I mourn, and horror grips me, and horror grips me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is there no healing for my wound of my people? Any questions up to there? Any questions?
Yes, I feel someone here right now.
Any questions up to there? We're just about to finish our streams. And any questions? Oh, yeah.
I'm stuck between two worlds. Loving what misses one, lusting for you vicious, you so sexy, lady. I got my fiance, but you take like Beyonce. I'm tempted to touch now. My fingers twisted like, if I hit it and don't tell my missus to take to be cool. Mommy, your body fling like jewels. I feel like a fool if I don't give you a tool. You know I got a girl, still a kid. I know it sounds crazy, but I like that dick. So what we gonna do is play like y'all do.